Hello, for those of you that are early birds, I just want to say welcome. You are in the right place. Skyrocket your success. We're going to get started here in just a few minutes, so hang on tight. In the meantime, there is a worksheet that you can download. The link is right below this video. So go ahead and take a moment to click on that, download the worksheet, and get ready to fill in those answers. And we'll get started in just a second. I'm so excited that you guys are here and looking forward to this webinar. Hello to all of the early birds. Just want to say, so excited that you guys are here. A couple of things that you guys can start doing because you're here early to get it out of the way. Right below this video, there's a link to download a worksheet. So you can go ahead and download that worksheet now and have that ready to fill in as we go along. We're going to get started here in just about 4 minutes. So as soon as we hit the 7-hour Central Time mark, we will get started. Again, I'm so excited you guys are here, and this is just going to be packed with a ton of valuable information. All right, all right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Skyrocket Your Success. I'm really, again, so excited for this webinar. It's just going to be jam-packed with a ton of great information that you guys are going to be able to implement right away. Before we get started, I just want to remind you that right below this video, there is a link that you can click on, and that's for a PDF download. It's a worksheet that you can use to just follow along with the webinar and write down any notes that you might have as we go forward. We'll continue to wait just a second here before we get started to let people continue to jump on. Once again, I know that you guys are excited to be here because it has to do with your success. and who isn't excited about succeeding and achieving the things that they want to achieve in life. So I applaud you and congratulate you for being here. And I'm not going to let you down. I promise I'm going to give you some wonderful information, again, that you're going to be able to apply and use right away. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and, we're going to go ahead and get started here. So again, this is Skyrocket Your Success, how you can skyrocket your success without ever experiencing burnout. And look, I know that that's a bold statement. And really, there's two parts to this title that are key, because just the skyrocket your success alone is enough for us to want to figure out what it is that can skyrocket our success. But then that second part, that is equally as important, without ever experiencing burnout, because burnout is such a hurdle. It's something that really we all face. And so today I'm going to give you the information that you need to skyrocket your success and to be able to do that without ever experiencing burnout. Pow! Can I get your attention, please? So look, like I said, this is going to be important information. It's going to be valuable information, especially if you're looking to invest in yourself, to give yourself the tools and resources that you need to succeed. So in order to get the most out of this webinar, you've got to be able to eliminate all of those other distractions, close the other browser windows, put your phone on vibrate or whatever, but just hone in on this webinar, download that worksheet, follow along. And again, I promise that you're going to walk away from this with just some wonderful, wonderful information. So my goal for this webinar, a few of them, I've got three. First, if you're an entrepreneur, then my goal is to give you the foundation that you need to skyrocket your business. And also not only to skyrocket your business, but to achieve sustainable results. Rather than peaking out and growing quickly and then falling off the cliff, we want to be able to make that sustainable. And so my goal is to give you that today. Second, if you're looking to grow in your personal or professional life, then my goal is to help you eliminate all of those barriers that are out there, the barriers to our success. I want to help you eliminate the things that are between where you are right now and where you want to go. And then third, if you stay until the end, then my third goal is really to give you a gift that I can't overstate how important this really is. It's a video, an intense video that's going to give you tips, tricks, and hacks that are all backed by science, and it's on focus. It's about reclaiming your focus. And if you're like me at all, then you struggle with distraction. And if you're like me, then you wish that you could improve your focus. And so we're going to give you access to this free video called Reclaiming Your Focus. And look, even more than our effort, even more than the experience that we have, and even more than the natural ability that we have, it's our focus that is the key to great success. And so I'm going to give this to you as a free gift for those of you that stay until the end. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Corey Damon. Just a little bit of background really quick. I was a director of operations for a business for nearly a decade. And I love that position. I'm a learner and I like having my hands in different areas. And so I was able to do that with this business, whether it was in the office or in the warehouse. I learned so much in so many different facets of business and how to run a business. I really enjoyed it. But as much as I loved working there, I've always had an itch to jump out on my own, to be an entrepreneur. And so I ended up doing that eight years ago. And I've been an entrepreneur for 8 years, and I've been able to successfully build, and I sold the first business that I started. Last year, I was able to start a second business, and we continue to grow that. And then third, I co-founded the Change Element, and we're going to get into that a little bit more later. Just a quick couple things about me. I love to read. I think reading is such a key to our growth and our success. I enjoy writing as well, with a caveat that it's really hard for me to get started writing. But once I do, I get in that groove. I'm also a do-it-yourselfer. I love working on projects, whether it's around the house or whatever it might be. I love just getting lost in projects and really focusing in on those things. And maybe more important than really anything else is that my wife's chocolate chip cookies are the bomb. I love these things. And so that's probably as much as you need or wanted to know about me. So let's get going. So I have done a lot of things right, and I feel fortunate and I feel blessed for all of the things that I've been able to achieve and accomplish and do right. But the reality is I've done a whole lot of things wrong. I have failed. Now, fortunately, I've learned to look at failure a bit differently than most. I see failure as nothing more than a learning experience to learn from and apply to the next thing. But I've done a lot of things wrong, and I've been able to learn from those things. Now, after doing this for 15 years, here are some of the things that I've discovered. All of the missteps that I've taken, here are some of the things that I've learned from those. That success doesn't just happen. It doesn't just fall in our laps. I've also learned that motivation and passion is not enough. We need more than that to be sustaining. Also, I've learned that, I have to have a clear plan. Anytime that I experience failure, more often than not, it was because I didn't have a clear plan. And then lastly, I've also learned that the hardest part is often just getting started, just taking that first step. And really, it's because many times we don't know what that first step is. Now, I've discovered all of these things the hard way, as I've said. 15 years of trial and error, of stubbing my toe on the rock and figuring out the right path to take. And today, I'm going to give you the easy way. I want to spare you the hard way. But in order for us to avoid the hard way, I think we need to examine it a little bit to see what the hard way is actually, what it actually looks like. So here are some of the things that take us down the difficult path. One, we want success, but we really just don't know how to define it. We haven't clearly defined what success is for us. Also, we start working hard towards our goal, but we do that without an action plan. We just sort of run around aimlessly. We know what we want to achieve, but we don't know how to get there to achieve it. And then also the hard way is, we depend on our own excitement, our own willpower to keep us going. And as I stated before, it's just not enough. We need more than that. And so really the hard way is like running up against a brick wall. You might be able to get over it, or you might even be able to get through it eventually, but it's going to be a struggle and it's going to take time. And look, time is a precious resource. And so anything that is going to take more of our time, we want to try and eliminate that. So that's the hard way. But the easy way is much different. That's what I want to give to you guys today. Do you want the proven, the easy to follow, the clear-cut way to skyrocket success without suffering burnout? And I know it's a bit of a rhetorical question because I don't know anybody that would say no to this. Of course, we all want it. And so this is my goal today, is to give you guys just this, the proven, the easy to follow, the clear-cut way to skyrocket your success. Now, in the past 6 months, I have achieved more than I have in the previous 5 years. I know that's a bold statement, but it's true. In the last 6 months, I've achieved more than I have in the previous 5 years, and I've actually done it by working less. And I know that seems strange. Like, how can that happen? But it's because I have a system, and the system works, and I've personally done it. But there's a disclaimer. Now, it's not a bunch of lawyer lingo, but there is a disclaimer. Look, there are going to be 2 things that we need, because these 3 secrets that I'm going to talk to you guys about, they are simple to understand, but they're not easy. And look, nothing of great value comes without great cost. And if you want this to work, then you need to do 2 things. First, you need to be intentional. I can't stress that enough. You've got to be intentional. You've got to make the decision and commit to it. And then second, you need to take action. Without action, then we're left to useless information. And like that little character shows, that you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make the horse drink. And so there are 2 things that I want you guys to promise me you're going to do. You're going to be intentional and you're going to commit to this. And then 2, you're going to take action and actually apply it. And I know that you're on this webinar, so you're already taking action. And for that, I commend you. Congratulations. So let's get into it. The 3 secrets. Secret number 1 is that anyone can achieve success, but not everybody will. Secret number 2, you can be more productive in less time. And secret number 3, you need partners. Like, you can't do it alone. So let's dig into these. The first secret, anyone can achieve success, but not everyone will. Look, it is possible for anybody and everybody to achieve success. We're all capable. But for the reasons we're going to find out now, not everybody is going to achieve success in their life. You know, often we tell ourselves a huge lie. And the biggest lie that we buy into is that we can't. We tell ourselves that our circumstances are different, or our situation is really just too hard. And so we've convinced ourselves that we're not capable, when in reality, there are people out there that are in more difficult, they're worse off, and yet they have still figured out a way to succeed in life. And so because we believe that lie that we can't, what happens is we end up settling. We end up settling for the bare minimum, for the status quo. We end up believing that there's nothing more that we can do, and we just sit on our hands. But what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to settle for more, so that the impossible is no longer impossible, but it becomes possible for you. And you are capable of doing just that. So what negative beliefs do you have about yourself? What lies have you bought into? You know I have certainly bought into many lies over my time. I believe when I was the director of operations that I wasn't capable of starting and running my own business. I believe that I didn't have the skill necessary to do it, or the personality to do it. And so I spent an extra 5 years at this business. Unfortunately, I enjoyed it, but I spent an extra 5 years because I bought into those lies that I believed. And we all do that. We all have negative beliefs that we've convinced ourselves are true. So what are some of yours? What are some of the negative beliefs that you've bought into? Now, it's important for us to understand what separates successful people from those who are not successful. And quite often we think, is it skill? Do they have certain abilities that other people just don't have? Or is it intelligence? Are they smarter than everybody else? Or perhaps is it their resources? Were they born into money, and so now they have the resources that we don't, and that makes them successful? It's not. Let me tell you what separates successful people from everyone else. First and foremost, it's a proven goal-setting system. And second, they set goals that align with their passion and purpose. They clearly understand who they are and where they want to go, and they create goals that align with that. And then third, they have a plan of action. And I've already mentioned this once, but taking action is so important. And I know it can be difficult at times, but this is what successful people do. They create a plan of action so they know what their next step is. Arnold, there are so many great quotes from Arnold, but this is the one we're going to use now. The mind is the limit. As long as the mind can envision the fact that you can do something, then you can do it. And I love that by Arnold. And if you know his story, then it's a motivating one and a powerful one. So that's secret number 1, that anyone can achieve success, but not everyone will. And it starts with the mind. It starts with the mental game. We can't buy into those negative thoughts and those lies. We have to believe that we can, to make the impossible possible. Secret number 2, you can be more productive in less time. I know this seems strange and even impossible to some, but the truth is we can be. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that. But first, it's a simple process. What I'm going to show you is super simple, as you're going to find out, but it is not easy. It's not easy to implement these steps into our life. On the contrary, it can actually be very difficult to implement these things into our daily lives, but we need to do it. See, so much of us, we tell ourselves that we have so much to do and really just so little time to do it in. We're trying to get so much done on a day in, day out basis. I know that's how it was for me. I was packing my schedule, and really I felt trapped in a rat race with everyone trying to really do more and achieve more. And whether it's business or personal life, it's easy for us to fill up our to-do list really quick. We say only if the day was, 30 hours instead of 24, but we would just fill up those 30 hours just as quickly. See, the problem isn't not so much that we're trying to accomplish something. Trying to accomplish something is good. See, the problem is really that we don't know what it is we want to accomplish. We don't know the big picture. What is all this work that we're doing? What is it leading up to? What's the point of it? And so we don't have clarity. And what we need is a plan. What's the plan? A plan is so important. We talked about, this is one of the things that successful people have is they have a plan. It's something tangible that they can follow. It's something strategic that we know that we can rely on to keep us moving in the right direction. So let's begin to start to create our plan. And here are the 3 easy steps. And I told you this is going to be simple. The first one is to list. Now, here is what I do. Every night before I go to bed, I write down 3 to 5 goals. And these 3 to 5 goals are what I want to get done, what I need to get done the next day, just for the next day. And so I write out this list of things that I know I need to accomplish tomorrow. And then once I have that list, I then prioritize that list. And now I know this seems obvious, but there is amazing clarity in simplicity. And if everything is important, then nothing's important. And so we need to know what is the most important thing on our list. What is the thing that takes precedence over the other things? And so while it seems obvious and simple, we need to be able to prioritize those goals that we write down and list. And then once we do that, we can schedule it. See, it's one thing to know what you need to do, and it's another thing to know when you need to do it. See, we need to be doing the right things at the right time. And this is what scheduling does for us. It helps us figure out when we need to focus on certain things. And, I really struggled with this. I have shiny object syndrome. And so I would want to do so many things and pack them into my schedule. And it wasn't until I actually scheduled my priorities that I was able to eliminate those distractions. And so the 3 easy steps, we need to list out the goals that we want to take care of the next day. We need to prioritize those and then schedule them, work them into a schedule. Super simple. And really, there is so much more depth to this process. But if you take these steps all by themselves and you start to apply them to your life tomorrow, I promise you that you will begin to be more productive, and you'll be able to do that in less time. So that's secret number 2. Secret number 3, you need partners. You can't do it alone. And that goes for me as well. That goes for all of us. We all need partners because we can't do it alone. Oftentimes when we hear the word partner, we think of one of 2 things. Either one, we think of business partners, and that's me and my 2 handsome business partners there on the left. Or we think of business partners, or we think of intimate relationships, the different partners that we have in life. But that's really a limiting view of partners. And so what I'm going to do with this is I want to be able to change that perspective. I'm going to broaden that view, because when we open our eyes to what partners really is, it puts before us so much potential and so much opportunity. And so let's tackle the first one of the perceptions of partners. Some people have a negative view of partnerships. And perhaps some of those reasons are, one, I want credit for my success. And really, why shouldn't you? You've worked hard, you've put in the sweat to achieve success. And so why wouldn't you want credit for that? A negative view of partners comes from us saying that all have to give up control. And this is a big one for me. Also, we don't want to answer to anyone else, whether it's a boss or whoever it might be. And if we have partners, then all of a sudden we're going to be accountable to that person. And then also, perhaps in a business partnership, any revenue that comes in, you've got to split that. And so if you have a partner, then, there's less for me and less for my family. And look, guys, I'm not just telling you about negative thoughts that people have about partnerships. This is actually the way that I felt. I felt each and every one of these things about partnerships. And it was my own struggle. And what I had to learn was that those were all lies. So I had to get over that hump. And one of the things that really helped me do that was a quote. And this quote was from Thomas Jefferson. And he wrote, "He who receives an idea from me receives instruction himself without lessening mine, as he who lights his taper at mine receives light without darkening me." Now, this was written in 1800, so let me make it a little more modern, contemporary. In plain English, basically what he is saying is that we don't have to fear losing something or being diminished somehow when we partner with other people. And I'll use the analogy of a candle. If I'm holding a candle that's lit, it's got a flame on it, and you walk up to me and your candle isn't lit, and you hold your candle to mine, and all of a sudden now you've got a flame and you walk away with that flame. See, my flame is still fully intact. I didn't lose anything from that experience. I was able to give to you without being diminished myself. And so this quote really helped me realize, like, okay, I've got the wrong view of partnerships. Now I want to touch on a couple partnerships here that have really, they've changed the landscape of humanity and of our world. And the first is the Wright brothers. Really, it was the work of the Wright brothers, the creativity and the ingenuity of these two that led to the invention of flight. And it is because of flight that our world is now as small as it is. We're able to travel and get around to places so quickly, and it's brought different cultures together. So the work that these two have put in have totally changed the world that we now live in. Also, James Watson and Francis Crick, they illuminated the structure of life. They were the ones that discovered the structure of DNA. And you don't have to go into this much, but DNA is a part of everything now. It's such an integral part of so many industries and so much of the knowledge that we now have. Also, John Lennon and Paul McCartney held their hands, the Beatles. Now, no disrespect to George and Ringo, but let's just be honest with one another. It was John and Paul. I know I'm going to get flack for that. I know it. But look, they changed the landscape of music. Not only did they change music itself, but they changed the business of music. Another partnership is Larry Page and Sergey Brin. They opened our eyes. And this partnership has been absolutely amazing to us. Now, our ability to learn things, it's so easy for us. They've literally put the world at our fingertips, and we can search for anything. And lastly, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. They've made us laugh. Now, these two on their own as individuals are amazing at what they do and so talented. But when they come together, there's just something so unique about this partnership. And it's a little bit different from the others in that it's not an intentional partnership that they formed, but there is a dynamic and a rapport between the two of them that really we are all drawn to. And they have changed the face of comedy. So those are 5 partnerships that have really changed the world that we live in. And so I hope that to this point, you guys have seen that partnerships are not a negative thing. As a matter of fact, partners, they see what we don't see. They bring different skills and abilities to the table. They also motivate us. They carry the burden with us. They make us more productive. And when we're more productive, they make us more successful. So that was the negative view of partnership. But I want to also talk about those of us that have a positive view of partnership already. You know, we look at partnerships and we think, yeah, getting help, that would be amazing. That would be a great thing. Or, yeah, a partner, I wouldn't have to do everything all alone. I wouldn't have to carry this burden. Or perhaps we see partners as great for accountability and encouragement, or even another perspective. And the list goes on and on of all the positive things partners bring. But even for those that think of partners with a positive view, oftentimes we're still reluctant. And I'm reluctant. And we are because maybe we just don't know how to find one. We're not sure where to find that partner. Or we're too introverted, something that I struggle with. Or perhaps we feel funny asking someone to partner with us, right? That just sounds strange and awkward. Or maybe it's, I don't want to bother other people. They've got plenty of stuff going on, and I don't want to be a nuisance to them, and I don't want to bother them. So let's break those down, because those are more of the negative thought patterns that we've bought into, the lies that we've bought into. So first, we need to eliminate the formalities. See, all too often we have this perception or this idea in our head that partnerships are that it's something formal. But if we can eliminate that and understand that, no, partnerships don't have to be formal. Some of them are, but they don't have to be. Really, this opens up the floodgates and our possibilities expand. And all of a sudden, we have people all around us that are potential partners, whether it's family, friends, or the different forums online, the different avenues that we have online. So we need to eliminate the formalities. Also, it's not a one-way street. See, you have value to give to your partner too. You're not the only one that needs a partner. They need one as well. It's not just about you. It's a mutual thing between two people or more people. And you have something, that will be of benefit to someone else, no doubt. Also, it doesn't have to be awkward. Look, there are people that absolutely enjoy partnering. There are people that have made it their profession. I do this, for example. I am a coach and my partners are coaches, and we absolutely love partnering with other people. So there are paid partners that are out there, but they don't have to be paid. There are people that just enjoy helping other people out. Also, we don't have to use the word partner in our conversations either, right? Maybe we're just looking for accountability or encouragement or even a particular viewpoint. So we can say things like, hey, Prince. Yeah, I like Prince. I'm a Vikings fan, and so is he. So, hey, Prince, I'm doing this new thing, and I know it's going to be a struggle. And, would it be cool if I just contacted you once a week and you can just give me a word of encouragement or give me your perspective on it? That's as casual and as easy as it needs to be. We don't have to use the word partners. There are people ready and willing to help you. And you've got to come to this realization, because it's going to open up so many possibilities. So that's secret number 3, that you need partners, because you can't do it alone. We all need partners. None of us can do it alone. Now, look, I am nobody special. My mom tells me that I'm special, and that makes me feel good, but I am nobody special. In fact, it wasn't that long ago that I was struggling, and I mean struggling, to find meaningful success in my life. I was running a business, but really I had no idea where I was going and where I wanted to be. Nothing concrete. There were certainly things that I was passionate about, no doubt, but I didn't know how to move forward. The motivation, it was there, but I didn't have a plan. I didn't know what that next step would be. I certainly wanted to achieve more and wanted to move forward in a certain direction, but I just didn't know how. And so I looked for resources, but I didn't find what I needed. And what I needed was something that was a process of creating and planning and actually achieving the goals that I had. So I did really the last thing that I wanted to do, but it turned out to be the best thing that I could have possibly done. I found partners. I found people that would come alongside me and help me in this process. And it was actually with these partners that we formed a team dedicated to really helping others achieve success, but not only success, also significance in their life. And this is the change element. And really what we did was we went to work researching and testing and building a goal-setting system that really anybody can use to skyrocket their success. And really that's what we're covering today. And we did this for ourselves because we needed this for our business and also in our personal lives. But we found out that this system can really work for anybody. Now, since I personally applied this system to my life, I've been able to do so much more in much less time. Just a couple of highlights. I've started a new company doing what I'm most passionate about, and that's huge for me. I've made time for the things that matter most, things like family, volunteering, investing in other people, my hobbies, and I'm experiencing meaningful success. This system is not just for business professionals. This system is for anybody. This system is for you. We've seen people apply this system to learn a new language, to travel, to improve their financial status, even improve their health. We've seen people use this system to finally go back to school and get that degree that they've been wanting to get. So do you want to skyrocket your success? Well, there's three secrets, and they're not secrets anymore. You know them. One, it's believing that you can. Two, it's about having a plan. And then three, it's about finding partners. I want to share a quick story with you guys. This is Janine, and she was really the first person that we approached after we created this system and we saw the results that it was working for us, not only in our partnership and our business, but also in our personal lives. So we thought, you know what, let's see if this would work for somebody completely outside of the business realm. And so we talked to Janine and we sat her down and we went through the goal system in the process, and she loved it. So she put it into practice. And here are some of the things that Janine discovered along the way. One, that just putting it out there was huge. And what I mean by this was once she clearly understood the goals that she wanted to achieve, she then put them out there to the world. She let family and friends know. She put it on Facebook. And what happened was she was overwhelmed by the amount of support and encouragement she got. And it was that encouragement that really motivated her and got her so excited to take the next step. And then she also learned that batching made a huge difference as well. And batching is part of that secret number two. It's much more comprehensive, and we dig into that in our entire system. But she discovered that batching, she was able to produce so much more and do so much more and do it in much less time. And then she also learned that it was her partners that kept her going. Because look, motivation, passion, excitement, all of those things, they're fleeting. They're gonna wane. Eventually, we're not going to be as excited as we were in the beginning. And that's when partners are so essential to us, so beneficial to us. And she found that it was her partners that helped keep her on track. And the result of all this was that she was experiencing success. She started to achieve goals that she's wanted to achieve for so long, but she just didn't have the time or the resources or the energy to do it. And now she was achieving those things. So imagine, what if this was you? Now, as much as I love the story of Janine, this wasn't a special case. See, really, this can be anybody, whether it's in your professional or personal life. What if this was you? How would your life be different if you could start to step into the dreams that you have for yourself? What if you applied these steps? How would that change your life? How would your future look different? How would you feel to know that you're no longer going to run into that brick wall? How would it feel to know that you don't have to fall over those obstacles anymore? That you're going to be able to continue to move forward with success? How would it feel to have accomplished your biggest and wildest goals? Imagine how that would feel. I mentioned earlier the power of the mind, and that's really where it starts. And so this is not just a question, but it's a process for you guys to really think about. Imagine what it would be like to step in to this life. Now, so far, would you agree that this has been valuable and perhaps for some even inspiring? I know for me, it's inspiring, and I'm inspired to teach this stuff because I've seen the impact that it can make. Now, in this webinar, it's only an hour long, and there's no way that we'd be able to cover everything. As a matter of fact, even if I had an entire day, which actually that would be amazing to have a one-day workshop on this. I would love that. So maybe that's in the future. But even if we had a full day, we wouldn't be able to cover everything. So let me ask you, would you like help from us so that you can dig deeper into this process? And I ask that because we have a special offer so that you guys can get everything. And I mean, absolutely everything that you need to know to begin to achieve the type of success, to achieve the goals that you have for yourself. But before I continue on, before I just talk to you guys about this system, I want to make sure I have your permission. That's important to me. I want to know that you guys are excited and that you guys want to hear more about this. So I want to know that I have your permission to go ahead and talk to you guys about this system. And if I do, then I want to ask you a question. If you could turn your dreams into a reality, if you could finally do what excites you the most and achieve what you never thought possible, how much would that be worth to you? And look, this isn't a rhetorical question either. Let's think about it. What would it be worth to you to be able to turn your dreams into reality? What would it be worth to finally do what excites you the most? What would it be worth to achieve what you never thought possible? What would that be worth to you? See, this information that we've given to this point is not enough. We can only give you so much information in a 1-hour webinar, but information is not enough. We need more than that. So at this point, look at, there are really two choices that you guys can make, and you have the power. You are in control to make these choices. First, you can do nothing. You can go back to just doing the things that you've always done, the status quo, living the life that you're currently living today. Or two, you can take action and you can start to make the changes that will lead you to success. Again, this is your choice. Nobody can force you to do one thing or the other. It's up to you. But for those of you that are ready to take action and to start making the changes that will lead you to success, I want you guys to say goodbye. Wave your hand in the air, say goodbye, because you're going to say goodbye to some of those things that you hate. The same old, same old. You're going to say goodbye to the status quo. You're going to say goodbye to being alone in pursuing your passions. You're going to say goodbye to hitting that brick wall and running into those obstacles. You're going to say goodbye to all of those things, and you're going to make a change. And you're going to begin to design the life that you want to live. And that's exactly what our system is called. Design your life, the blueprint to successful goals. Now, this system is a 7-module video course. It's in-depth and comprehensive, but not only that, this system is a sustaining system that you're going to be able to use for the rest of your life. See, I mentioned earlier that successful people are successful because they have a proven goal-setting system. And that is exactly what Design Your Life is. It's a proven goal-setting system. So let's dig into this a little bit more. So there are 7 things that we discovered that successful people do. And this is exactly how our course goes. There are 7 modules that go along with these 7 things. So first is successful people, they examine. They examine their past so that they can understand where they are today. And then they examine the future that they want to step into and create. And then 2, successful people define. They clearly understand what their goals are. They've written them down. They are very specific. They know what those goals are. They're defined. And then 3, they strategize. They create the plan that they need to take step-by-step action. And then 4, the resources. Now, we've talked about partners, and regardless of the goal that you have, a partner is going to be an essential resource. But there are other resources that are out there that we need, and successful people know what resources they need, and they know how to apply them to their process. And then 5, successful people execute. This is the action part. Not only do they create the life that they want to live on paper, but then they step into it. They begin to execute and take action on it. And then module 6, successful people do what we call movement. Now, movement is being aware of your environment. And what I mean by that is they know some of the pitfalls and the obstacles that they're going to face. They know some of the rewards that they're going to need to implement. And it's in this module that we dig into the neuroscience behind some of the reasons why we do what we do. And then in module 7, successful people systematize. They take all of these things and they create a system out of it, and then they apply it to their life, and they use it over and over and over again. And that's exactly what we're going to show you how to do with Design Your Life. Now, it wasn't my intention. I had a full plate. There was 3 companies that were being juggled, and it was never in my wildest dreams my intention to come up with a goal system, a goal setting process. But it was absolutely essential for us at the Change Element. We needed something that would move us forward the way that we wanted to move forward. And we searched high and low for that system, and we could not find it. So we did the best thing that we knew we could do. And that was that we worked so hard. We worked so hard to create the system ourselves. And really, we never intended to put this out there, but it worked so well for us that we knew it would work for other people. We knew that it would impact other people. And that's at the core of the Change Element. That's who we are. We want to see other people impacted because we believe transformation changes everything. And it's a beautiful thing to see that transformation happen in other people. And we knew that this course could help that come to fruition for others. And so it wasn't our intention, but we had to do it. So here's what you're going to get in the course. It's a 7-module HD video course. And each of these modules have several videos in them. And now that value is $1,297. You're also going to get premium audio file download. This is so that you can listen to these courses as you're driving to work or as you're working out, but you'll have access to them all the time. You're also going to get 21 cheat sheets, one for each video. And essentially these cheat sheets are like the most important things that the video has to offer. And you're going to be able to have a quick look at each of those things and be quickly reminded of the things that you need to know for each video. And that's a $247 value. The course workbook, a $497 value. And I absolutely love this thing. See, because not only are you going to create the system that you need to implement, you are actually going to discover so much about yourself in this process. And I love that about the workbook. It's going to walk you through all of that. And then you're also going to get the personal goals blueprint template, a $97 value. And essentially, this is your compass. This is that 1-page printout that is the meat and potatoes. You're going to be able to quickly look at this at any point and know where you are and where you want to go. Now, all of this combined is a total value of $2,835. And while I'm not going to charge you that today, you're going to see that this would be a steal at that price. So who is this work for? This is work for people that want to achieve greater success in their business or profession. We have seen this course work for those that want to grow in their personal life. We've also seen this work for people that want to make an impact in the world, people that have started nonprofits, people that want to serve and help other people. We've also seen this work for those that just want to learn a new skill. They've always wanted to do this certain thing, but have never done it. And so we see people achieving these goals as well. This works for anyone that doesn't want to stay stagnant. For people that want to move forward in life, people that are ready to embrace the opportunities that lie before us. And really what we've seen with this course already is that it's making an impact. And really that's what excites us the most, is seeing the impact that's being made. And I'm going to read 2 of these because I love them. But the first one is, I feel like I'm receiving one-on-one coaching with these guys. Love it. That's from Taylor M. And that's exactly the way that we wanted to create this course. We do coaching, but we wanted these videos to come across as in-depth, one-on-one personal experiences. And so we were so happy to see that that's the way it's being received. And then also the most comprehensive course I've come across. I'm applying what I've learned in this course to my professional aspirations as well as my personal life. And that's from Dr. Aganoy. Now, as a doctor, you know that she has gone through a lot of courses over her time. And so to say that this is one of the most comprehensive is truly an honor, and it makes us happy to hear that. So people are being impacted by this course. And so we had 2 choices. When we created this course, we really had 2 options. And one, we could have gone as cheap as possible and just tried to sell as many as we possibly could. But here's the downside to doing that. This wouldn't enable us to personally invest in your success. And hopefully by this point, you already get a feeling for our heart that we want to see people change and we want to be able to personally invest in others. And so the second option was really the only option for us. And while this requires a little higher of an investment on your part, and in exchange for that, we are devoting more resources to you and your success. We're making sure you have the resources that you need to achieve success. Now, I'll go over this again. Here's what you're going to get. The 7-module HD video course, the premium audio file downloads, the 21 cheat sheets, the course workbook, and the personal goals blueprint template. Now, again, that's a $28.35 value, but I want to over deliver here. So what we're going to do is moving forward is giving you guys the Moving Forward Goals ebook. And now this is only for the first 50 people that sign up. It's a $147 value, and it's a great accompaniment to the course. Just a wonderful ebook. And so for the first 50 people that sign up, you're going to get this ebook for absolutely no charge. So 7-module HD video course, the premium audio file downloads, 21 of the cheat sheets, the course workbook, the blueprint template, in addition to the Moving Forward Goals ebook. Now that gives us a value of $2,982. Now, if all this did, if all that this course did was help you achieve your most sought after goal, what would that be worth to you? What is your most elusive goal, that big goal that you have for yourself? What would it be worth to you to finally be able to achieve that? What if all this did was help you grow your business? What would that be worth to you? As a business owner, if I could double my business or even much less than that, what would I be willing to pay for that? A significant price, I'm sure. What if all this course did was get you moving in life? What would it be worth to you? You know, so many of us feel stuck. We feel trapped, and we're just not sure where to go. We feel stagnant. And what if all this course did was gave you that push that you needed? It got you moving in the direction that you wanted to go. What would it be worth to you guys? And really the question that we can ask ourselves is, what are your goals worth to you? And now if your goals aren't of high value, then I'm simply going to suggest that you don't have the right goals. Look, if your goals aren't a big deal, if your goals aren't valuable to you, then you don't have the right goals. You need to be able to dream bigger, to think bigger. And so what would one big goal be worth to you? If it's to double your business, would it be worth $5,000, $10,000, $25,000 or more? It depends on your goal, right? And I'm reminded of the MasterCard commercials where they walk you through the process of different charges and how much those charges are. And at the end, it says priceless. And so for many of us, we have goals that are really priceless. We wouldn't even be able to put a value on them. So what are your goals worth to you? Now, if you were able to achieve your goals, then how much would you be willing to pay for that? And put a number in your head. How much would you be willing to pay to achieve the goals that you have? Not only the goals that you have today, but the goals that you're going to dream of and come up with tomorrow. And speaking of today, perhaps today you are frustrated. Perhaps you're unsatisfied. You know that there's more out there, but you just haven't been able to figure it out. And you're living day to day with no purpose and perhaps no passion. Maybe you feel worn out, frustrated, or even tired. With one decision to invest in yourself, you can change that. You can change the way things are today. And tomorrow, when you invest in this course, you invest in yourself. You'll have everything that you'll need to design your life the way that you want it. And you're going to start spending more time doing the things that excite you, the things that you are passionate about, and less time on the things that actually suck the life out of you. So you can see why this would be a good deal at almost $3,000 to achieve your biggest goal. I know my wife and I have a goal of having a 20-acre ranch where we rescue animals and connect with fosters and orphans. Would I spend $3,000 for that? In a heartbeat, I would. And with this system, I've been able to create the plan that I need to get there. But while this system is worth this, without a doubt, because you guys have spent time with me on this webinar. And as I alluded to earlier, time is a precious resource. and we need to spend it wisely. And so because you guys spent time with me on this webinar, we're going to do an incredible, incredible deal for you guys. You can get started now for just $497. You can do that right now. You can go to the website, thechangeelement.com/goal. For only $497, you can begin to achieve the things that you want to achieve in life. But as I said earlier, we just want to give a ton of value and we want to over deliver. And so we're going to give a second bonus. And the second bonus is for the first 20 people that sign up. And really, this was a no-brainer for us, and we're so excited about it. It's 3 personal coaching sessions, typically valued at almost $2,000. And you are going to get this absolutely free. For the first 20 people that sign up, you're going to get 3 coaching sessions, one-on-one. And we're going to walk you through this process and answer any questions that you might have. That's a huge, huge value. And you can get all of this again for only $497, and you can do that today. There's no reason to delay on this. Look, I understand, because I experienced this, that old habits, they die hard. It's tough to make change in our life. As a matter of fact, we are naturally wired to resist change. And so the old habits that we have, the status quo, it's hard to break out of that. But see, here's the thing. You can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last chapter. You've got to be able to turn the page and start the new chapter of your life. So now you have 2 choices. And the first option is, again, you can do nothing and you don't invest in yourself. And really, by doing this, it's risk-free, 100% risk-free. Except that you may be missing out on something that completely changes your future. So you have that option, but you have a second option as well. You can make this small investment today, and really, compared to all of the value that we've covered already, why not just give this a shot? For the price that you're paying and all of that you're going to get from it, why not just give it a shot? And look, if it works, that's great. That's amazing. And if it doesn't work for you, then you just ask for your money back and you're going to get it. I am absolutely confident that this is going to make the changes in your life that you want to see. And if it doesn't, you simply ask for your money back. And here's the guarantee. You have 30-day guarantee. You sign up today, and if you don't like it, and I literally mean for any reason, then you just send us your completed workbook and we'll give you your money back. And I don't care if you wait until the last second to do this, that's fine. And the reason we ask for the completed workbook is because we want to make sure that you've got skin in the game, that you've actually applied the things that we're teaching you. Because I am confident that if you apply them, you're going to see results. But if you don't, there's absolutely no risk. You just ask for your money back and you'll get it. Now, look, the real question at this point is, what does success look like to you? Is it growing your business? Is it living abroad or traveling the world? Is it getting that executive position? What does success look like to you? And is that success worth this small investment? See, the reality is that money replenishes itself. As a matter of fact, many of us, tomorrow is Friday and we're going to get paid. So we get that paycheck and our money is replenished. We are paid back. But we can't ever get our time back. Again, time is a precious thing and we can't get that back, but our money we can. And you know, how often do we spend money on things that we regret? We look back and we wish we hadn't spent money on those things. This is something where you're actually investing in yourself. So money replenishes. Look, other courses can help you create goals. And look, we know this because we did the research. I personally have taken other goals courses and they taught me how to create goals, which was great. I'm appreciative of that. But they lacked because they didn't do what we do. With Design Your Life, you actually learn how to achieve those goals. This is a comprehensive system that is sustaining. You're going to learn how to create and achieve the goals that you have. And so when I look at my life, I think about it, and really it's the old tale of 2 people. You know, 2 choices, the fork in the road. And so I look at my life and I think, okay, I can just sit on my hands and do nothing. And this is the dude from The Big Lebowski, a movie I love. And I actually really like this character too. But in real life, I don't want to be the dude. I don't want to be that guy. He keeps the status quo, the same old habits over and over. Where Leo on the right there, he takes action. He takes control of his life. He designs his life. And he created the life that he wants to live regardless of what that looks like for you. And so that's what I want to do. And hopefully that's the option that you want to pick as well. So let me show you what to do next. And this is really easy, you guys, super simple to follow. All you have to do is go to thechangeelement.com/go. And once you arrive there, just scroll down to the bottom of the page and go to that blue register now, big box, you can't miss it. All you got to do is click on that and it will walk you through a secure checkout. Now, again, all of this for only $497 and you can start instantly. There's no delay on this. You get everything right away. There's a 30-day money back guarantee. So essentially there's no risk in doing this, you guys. And on top of that, you have lifetime access. You can continue to return to this course over and over and over again. So here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the 7-module HD video course, the premium audio files, the 21 cheat sheets, and the course workbook, along with the goals blueprint template, the moving forward goals ebook for the first 50, and the personal coaching sessions for the first 20. That's a total value of $4,979. And you're going to be able to get it for only $497 and do that today. So don't delay. Go to the website, thechangeelement.com/go, and walk through that process now. Now, look, I made a promise to you guys in the beginning, and it was my third goal, and that's that I wanted to give you a gift for staying until the end. And so here it is. It's reclaiming your focus. So there's the link at the bottom there, thechangeelement.com/watch/reclaim your focus. Now, for those of you that signed up for this webinar, you will get this link in your email, so you don't have to worry about writing it down. If you just showed up on the webinar and didn't sign up, then you'll need to jot that down real quick. thechangeelement.com/watch/reclaim your focus. This, again, focus is such an integral part to our success. And so this video is going to be just a quick, a great video for you guys to watch. Now, if you didn't sign up immediately to this point, then perhaps it's because of one of three or all three of these things. One, maybe you've convinced yourself that you're just not capable. You're not capable of the type of success that you want to achieve. And so we address that with secret number one. You are absolutely capable of doing it, but the choice is yours. It's just telling yourself that you can rather than you can't. Or maybe you didn't sign up yet because you say that you don't have enough time. You've got a full plate, a packed schedule, and so much to do. How can you fit something else into it? Well, with secret number two, we covered that. We showed you how you can get more done in less time and do it efficiently. Or perhaps the third one, perhaps you haven't signed up because you just don't have help. You would love to have a goal setting system, but you have no idea how to get help and to surround yourself with people that will help move you forward. And we covered that with secret number three. Partners are absolutely essential and you need them, and they're all around you and you are capable of getting them. Look, again, even though my mother tells me I'm nothing special. I certainly can't do it alone, and I learned that the hard way. I struggle with feeling overwhelmed, with having too much going on. I've also failed in the past, as we've talked about it. But with all of those faults, with all of those things in my life, I was still able to achieve success by applying this course to my life. And look, if I can achieve success with this course, I know without a doubt that you can too. So you can get started now at thechangeelement.com/go. One last time, here's what you're going to get. The 7-module HD video course, the premium audio files, the 21 cheat sheets, the course workbook, the personal goals blueprint, the moving forward goals ebook, and the personal coaching sessions. Almost $5,000 in value, and you're going to get that for $497 today. So you guys, this is the end of the webinar. This price is not going to last forever. So I would just encourage you to make the decision today to invest in yourself. No longer settle for the status quo, no longer sit on your hands, but take a chance. And what you'll find out is that it's really a no-brainer. Once you get into this and you start to experience the course and live the course out, you're going to see just how much value and how much change this is going to bring to your life. I am confident of it. Now, you guys have maybe had questions throughout the webinar, whether it's on the 3 secrets or any questions that have been on the course. I want to make sure that we personally get back to any questions that you guys may have. So you can go to our contact form and just fill it out and let us know what questions you have, and we will personally reply to you and make sure that those questions get answered. Look, I am so excited because I know that there are people that are making a decision right now to actually take this course. And I applaud all of you. And for those of you that are hesitant, I just want to encourage you that you are more than capable of making your dreams a reality and stepping into the life that you wanted to live. You want to live. You guys, I'm so excited for you. I'm thankful and appreciative of all of you that showed up. And this is it. This is the end of the webinar. And I hope to see you soon in the Design Your Life course. Take care.